Hi guys, this is Rahul. I've been preparing for UPSC since the last two attempts. I consistently gave my interview. Recently also I completed my interview. What Shashank sir told me is, with regard to prelims, if you're having any doubts, because in the last two prelims, to the best of my knowledge, I've gained considerable scores, above 130 or 140 plus. So I think I could be of some help to you. So if you're having any doubts now that you're writing your exam, how many of you are giving attempt this time? Only one. So everybody is giving next year. Okay. So you just started your classes. What's going on? Okay. When did your classes start? Last month. Okay. So what all subjects did you do? Okay. Okay. So what I'll do is first we'll discuss some sources. What will be required for prelims examination? I'm not going to mains right now. Let us just focus on prelims itself, and then we'll talk about how to approach prelims examination. Rather than telling what to study, let us see how to approach the exam and how to score well in prelims. Because what I believe is studying for the exam and giving the exam are completely different things. So you guys better practice giving exams. Because I've seen many people who are much knowledgeable, but they don't score well in prelims. But on the other hand, I also have seen people who are not that knowledgeable, but they consistently gain more marks in prelims. So exam is a totally different ball game. Don't go for different sources. Don't try to do PhD and everything. Just study what is there, what is given. I'll talk about few sources, what all are there, what are the basic sources which are required. So let us see all those sources and all those subjects also in the priority order first. Then we'll talk about how to approach the exam. So and also let us keep this an interactive session. Whatever doubts you're having, I know you just started your preparation. There'll be a lot of doubts, and even we all are seeing lots of content in YouTube. This will just clutter your mind. But exam is very simple. Very simple, not in the sense ki it is easy. Very simple in a sense, it is basic. If you know the rules and if you are giving the right amount of time it requires, then it is possible. So let us discuss what is required only. So first I'll discuss the sources so that you'll get an idea about what all is minimum required for knowing it. So let's start with polity. Polity, what all are you reading now? Lakshmikant. With regard to prelims, Lakshmikant would be enough. Lakshmikant, now that you're having 1 year time, you better read Lakshmikant and also the current affairs polity related topics in AKS material, whatever your material you're getting no every month. In that you'll have some polity section, right? That is enough. You don't have to read some the other books like DD Basu and all those things. No need. Lakshmikant is the only single source on polity. You just read from it and read it multiple times. So basic funda is you have to have minimal sources, read it multiple times, and just be confident in the exam. Because end of the day, prelims examination, the trend has reached a manner where you cannot be sure of any question. There will be few questions in all the 100 questions. There will be at least 20 to 25 questions which you'll be sure. Those are given to be sure. The examiner gives those questions so that you will directly answer them. Like in all the other 75 questions, you cannot have a sure shot answer. So what we can do on our side is have our sources minimal and read it multiple times so that we be confident about our own sources. ऐसा है कि if the question comes from our book, that should never go wrong. Lakshmikant is such a book where in polity no question can come out of Lakshmikant. Nowadays all these other things like cabinet secretariat, there have been questions. Governance related questions are more, which is not covered in Lakshmikant, but that can be covered later. That is not a major issue. But basic thing is Lakshmikant. So Lakshmikant, is the only source for polity. Plus, I'll divide it into static and current. That would be easy. Whatever AKS monthly affairs, or if you're having any yearly compilation, that would also be fine. If you're not doing it every month, then do it at the end of the year. That doesn't matter. End of the day, you have to complete it. That's it. So polity, that is the case. Then next we'll do environment. AKS material is there. So for the recent updates, do the AKS book if you're having any. That would be enough. And with regard to current, same again. Hold the current affairs booklet, environment section. Do it simultaneously. Don't read static all the subjects once and then all the current subjects once. First do polity static. If you're doing fundamental rights, see for the past 1 year what is happening in fundamental right. For example, right to privacy is declared as a fundamental right. So when you're reading fundamental rights, you have to just connect to it so that a chain is formed in your mind. That will be more permanent in your mind rather than reading it separately. So do that thing. Do every subject static and then current simultaneously. Don't do all static books once and all current affairs book once. And next there is economy. Economy, any standard book. There is no proper standard book. If you're having AKS material, I've not seen the material. Any standard book would be fine because economy, the questions would be very easy. Compared to all the subjects, economy questions are very easy because once you catch the concepts well, what is monetary policy, what is fiscal policy, what is repo rate, what is reverse repo rate, enough. You'll just have to know that, and even in prelims examination, the questions will be those only. You can directly answer them. So economy also is, you can have any standard book. If you're having material of institute, any institute is fine. AKS institute material is there, economy, then do that material only. With and also with regard to prelims, I've recently seen AKS material of QRM. Yeah, QRM. For all the subjects, if you are feeling the books are very bulky, so do it once, do the QRM once. Later, if you feel you're having time, तो पूरा book कर दीजिए बस. That would be enough. Do the QRM material because when you do QRM material, मतलब last minute revision material, but that will not be same as your sources. But here I've seen the material is similar to the Lakshmikant, whatever standard books you are doing. So keep it as a base from now itself. Don't extend this prelims preparation because prelims is the major stumbling block you will face. Mains is very easy. Very easy in a sense, you know the route. If you are following a few fundamental principles in mains, enough. You don't have to do anything else. But prelims is very unpredictable. And last couple of years, prelims has become more unpredictable because there has been an implicit intention from UPSC also that we have to not give any major current affairs material question. So they're having access to every material. So better don't go with the crowd. Have your own material. Here the material is very good. Have that own material. Read it multiple times, and that will be enough. Don't follow multiple sources. And next subject is modern history. Standard book for this is Spectrum. Don't do Bipin Chandra and all. No need. Just do Spectrum. That will be enough for mains also, not just prelims. And with that, if you are feeling the book is very lengthy, then do QRM material. That is also nice. And it is taken from the same source. So no problem. That will only complement your preparation. Next, we'll go with history only. Ancient and medieval history. Don't waste much time on ancient and medieval history. 2 to 3 years ago, there were not much questions, but since the last 2 years, there are consistently more questions from ancient and medieval history. But what you can do is don't read all those Tamil Nadu books and also NCRTs. Do NCRTs, but to an extent only do it. To an extent only do NCRTs. But what you need to do for these type of subjects, especially for ancient and medieval, is the cost to benefit ratio is very less. So if you're having any small material, like we talked about QRM, right? If you're having such material, then do only that material. Do it multiple times. Like you have to be sure. अभी इससे आएगा तो करके आएंगे, नहीं तो पता नहीं. The advantage with this is there will be 4 options. In any prelims question, there are totally 5 weapons we have. One is question. One is option 1, option 2, option 3, option 4. There'll be no chance that you'll not know all these things. If you're knowing your content right, limited content right, you'll know at least 2 to 3 things in this. You know, you may know 1 to 3 option, you may know 3 and 4 option. You can directly eliminate. Once you eliminate, it will become easy. 25% chance will directly go to 50 or 75%. So you better be confident of your own material with respect to these subjects only. These subjects must be read page to page. Polity, modern history, economic concepts, bus. Environment also same thing, concepts and governance part. Economy, there are consistently questions from governance part because India also is doing very much related to environment. Because recently you've seen initiatives like International Solar Alliance, CDRI, Coalition for Disaster Resilience Infrastructure. All these initiatives Indian government is taking. So the focus would be on these things. NDCs, Paris Agreement, UNFCCC, Earth Summits, all these things. Governance related aspect is one side and your conceptual understanding of environment is another side. So once you have the conceptual understanding, you don't have to revise it much times. But governance, you can't remember it. So governance, you have to regularly revise it. Your game must be choosing the material, trusting it, and keep on revising it. So do that first. Whatever sources I am telling, just follow them. I think those would be more than enough. If you are feeling any need and if you are having a lot of time, don't do anything. Do this only again. Ancient and medieval, same thing. QRM material you can. I think I've seen it for medieval. Ancient good unda QRM. Yeah, I've seen it for medieval. That is great. Do that material only. Don't do anything else for this. I think that is 30 to 40 pages कुछ material है. बस enough. End of the game. फिर next we have science and tech. Don't do any starting material. Science and tech, you cannot expect a question from your own book. So what best you can do is directly take a current affairs material, yearly compilation. Before prelims, AKS, I think the material will be ready. Science and tech section, do that. Enough. Science and tech, don't go with all those physics, chemistry, biology. Whatever you have knowledge now, enough. Don't do again those NCRTs. If you're having time, try to just have a look, but don't think it to be your own insecurity. Because I've seen a lot of people who are not from IITs or NITs or from regular colleges. They don't have much knowledge about the basic NCRTs who are from state syllabus, especially. When I'm from state syllabus, I'm not very good with physics, biology, chemistry, all those things. बस पढ़ लिया, खत्म कर दिया, pass. So don't worry. Whatever basics are there, they are there, and nobody is going to test all those things. Maximum एक question आएगा. You'll cover it from any other subject. So don't waste time on S&T. Do only current affairs. Next we have geography. Geography, there are two things. First is physical geography, then is Indian geography. So physical geography and Indian geography. For physical geography, do fundamentals of physical geography, class 11 NCRT. That is comprehensive. Do only that book. You don't have to access any other material also. But with regard to Indian geography, that book is not updated. India physical environment कुछ होगा उसका नाम. So that is not updated. A waste of time. Don't do that book. Better if you're having coaching material, for example, drainage system of India, mountain ranges of India, rivers of India, all those things. Do it from that thing only. And geography through maps. You'll have that series also, no? In YouTube also, I think they're uploading. So better do that. Have fun with geography. Because polity you have to, however, sit and learn. Modern history, however, you have to sit and learn. But these subjects, science and tech, geography, just have fun. When you're doing dinner, watch a video, katam. Don't waste much time on reading all those things again. So for this, for physical, 11th NCRT, and for Indian, videos and any material. I think QRM material is also nice for Indian geography, so do QRM material also for that. Yeah. So yeah, that is it. There is art and culture. Again, don't waste much time because there is no cost to benefit for art and culture also. Art and culture, just watch few pictures, whatever art is there. For example, Pochampalli Ikkat. बस Google कर दिया, देख लिया, खत्म. Don't do anything else. What is it? It is not dyeing technique, whatever it is. Where is it from? What are the GI tags in every state? In Telangana, AP, all those things. See, and don't go into studying many folk dances and also folk martial arts in all the states because there are hundreds. You can't even remember. I'm sure. So better don't study. Just have an idea. For example, I'll tell you something. There is if you see the name of a particular folk dance, you can think ये AP से ही है. This is from Nagaland only. There is from particular pattern in every state's folk dances and folk songs, whatever it is, folk music, theater also. So with that you can eliminate the options because you can't remember all those things. End of the day, you have to accept the fact that your memory is limited and you have to best utilize your own particular memory. So do that only for art and culture. Pictures, and if there is any revision material who is already working hard, because revision material they have already worked hard a lot, so you don't have to work hard again. What is current affairs material? Everybody, how many of you are making notes from newspaper? Okay, if you are feeling confident, do it. But if others are feeling this is needed, no. There is no need for making notes from newspaper because you're just repeating what they're telling. But you try once. You do current affairs from newspapers in September month. Take AKS Institute material. Let's see क्या अच्छा रहेगा. You cannot cover all the aspects. Those people are sitting there doing 2 to 3 newspapers a day and they're categorizing every subject and what is important for UPSC. So why are you working hard again? Don't work hard on making notes from newspaper because I personally did it in my first attempt for at least 6 months, but I've not even dared to revise it. You can't even revise them. एक महीने का एक book हो जाएगा. मतलब how many books will you revise? Do what is needed. Practically सोचो और don't read newspaper for a lot of time also. Newspaper is not that basic in UPSC preparation. If you are doing current affairs material, if you are doing proper coaching, if you are doing current affairs classes, I think you are having current affairs class here also. What IR का तो हो ही जाएगा, IR and all those things. So don't do it again. Newspaper must be like your pastime. Lunch जब कर रहे हो बस देख लिया newspaper खत्म. Don't do it again and again. And did I cover all the subjects? Regard to sources. Polity, environment, economy. Yeah. Is there anything? Nothing, right? IR, yeah. How many of you are from PSR? Oh, Anthro? What are your options? Optionals? Sociology, okay. Nice. If you're having PSR, you have a definite advantage. You don't have to do IR again. If you're not having PSR, then take up a material. Any material, don't do static in IR. Nobody cares. And nobody will ask a question from static. What happened in 1993 Oslo Accords? Nobody will ask. Just see the recent ones. क्या हो रहा है? Last एक साल से क्या हुआ? 2 साल से क्या हुआ? At max. Whatever conventions are happening. Quad is going on. Indo-Pacific there is an increased importance. बस वो देख लिया क्या चल रही है. What are the global dynamics like? Because this will help you in mains also. Because IR is such a subject where if you are not aware constantly, that will haunt you. You'll feel alien about that subject. So have a touch with that. In newspaper also, if you're reading it, you'll have that world page, no? World page देख लो एक बार बस. IR, this is enough. And end of the preparation, जो भी material आती है एक साल का, उसमें सीधी IR aspect. In that you'll have agreements जो भी हुआ है, bilateral relations, India USA, India Russia, India South America countries, Latin American countries, whatever things are happening, do those things. I think this is enough. These are the sources. What is current affairs material? Everybody, how many of you are making notes from newspaper? Okay, if you are feeling confident, do it. But if others are feeling this is needed, no. There is no need for making notes from newspaper because you're just repeating what they're telling. But you try once. You do current affairs from newspapers in September month. Take AKS Institute material. Let's see क्या अच्छा रहेगा. You cannot cover all the aspects. Those people are sitting there doing 2 to 3 newspapers a day and they're categorizing every subject and what is important for UPSC. So why are you working hard again? Don't work hard on making notes from newspaper because I personally did it in my first attempt for at least 6 months, but I've not even dared to revise it. You can't even revise them. एक महीने का एक बुक हो जाएगा. मतलब how many books will you revise? Do what is needed. Practically सोचो और don't read newspaper for a lot of time also. Newspaper is not that basic in UPSC preparation. If you are doing current affairs material, if you are doing proper coaching, if you are doing current affairs classes, I think you are having current affairs class here also. What IR का तो हो ही जाएगा, IR and all those things. So don't do it again. Newspaper must be like your pastime. Lunch जब कर रहे हो बस देख लिया newspaper खत्म. Don't do it again and again. Do's and don'ts. Don'ts. Yeah. Don'ts అంటే first thing is never have multiple sources. Second thing, in this multiple sources thing, have a log sheet in your room. कि what are you reading in September month? ऐसा एक log sheet बना लो. सितंबर में मैं पॉलिटी के लिए लक्ष्मीकांत पढ़ लिया, मॉडर्न हिस्ट्री के लिए स्पेक्ट्रम पढ़ लिया. एंड वंस यू आर इन जनवरी यू विल हैव टू सी ऑल दीस थिंग्स. अगर मैंने ये पढ़ लिया आई विल नॉट रीड दिस अगेन. आई विल नॉट गो टू अदर सोर्सेज ऑल्सो. If I want to revise, I'll go back to only these sources. Never waste your hard work. Having multiple sources is wasting hard work. So be aware of your own limitations. Have minimum sources. That is the first thing. Second thing is don't watch a lot of strategies. I generally don't do, but I've seen people. And now that AKS Institute is offering all these things, that is why I connect on a personal level with Shashank sir. Because he recently came out of the process. He knows what is needed. मतलब दो भी 30 साल से लोग हैं, they don't know what is needed in the process. I even we talk about ये चाहिए होती है एग्जाम के लिए. ఇది కావాలి కదా మెయిన్ లాస్ట్ మినిట్లో నాకు ఇట్లా 2 నెలల నేను ఏం చదవలేనన్నా, నాకు కావాలి ఒక మెటీరియల్. క్యూఆర్ఏ మెటీరియల్ కథం. కరెంట్ అఫైర్స్ కూడా అంతే. సో ఇట్లాంటివి చేయండి. హ్యావ్ ట్రస్ట్ ఇన్ అ సింగిల్ టీచర్. ఆయన గురించి నీకు నెగటివ్ తెలిసినా కానీ హ్యావ్ ట్రస్ట్ ఇన్ హిమ్. బికాస్ దే ఆర్ టాకింగ్ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ దేర్ ఓన్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్, టాకింగ్ టు హండ్రెడ్స్ ఆఫ్ టాపర్స్. అట్లాంటి టీచర్ని యూ కెన్ నెవర్ డిస్ట్రస్ట్. ట్రస్ట్ చేసినాం ఒక్కసారి అంటే కథం, ఇంకొకరు అవసరం లేదు. ఆయన చెప్పింది తినాలి, ఏం చెప్తున్నా చేయాలి. అది వర్క్ కాకపోతే ఎగ్జామ్లో తెలుస్తుంది, కానీ మోస్ట్లీ వర్క్ అవుతుంది. అందుకే అది పేరు వచ్చేది ఒకరికి. సో దీస్ ఆర్ ది బేసిక్ డోంట్స్. అండ్ డోంట్ హ్యావ్ లాంగ్ బ్రేక్స్. నెవర్ హ్యావ్ లాంగ్ బ్రేక్స్. ఇప్పుడు ఊరికి పోవాల్సి వస్తుంది కొంతమందికి మన పార్టీ ఉంటుంది, పెళ్ళి ఉంటుంది. 4 రోజులు పోయినామా కథం మర్చిపోవాలి. ఇక 4 రోజులు వేస్ట్ అయినా కూడా ఆలోచించొద్దు. 5th డే బ్యాక్ టు వర్క్. సో బెటర్ హ్యావ్ యువర్ ఓన్ స్పేస్. మీ ఇంట్లో కానీ లైబ్రరీలో కానీ హ్యావ్ యువర్ ఓన్ స్పేస్, హ్యావ్ యువర్ ఓన్ డెస్క్. ఎవరు డిస్టర్బ్ అయ్యొద్దు మిమ్మల్ని ఫర్ అట్లీస్ట్ 1 year. నాకేం పర్సనల్గా ఏముంటుంది అంటే, మీరు ఎవ్వరూ ఈ ప్రాసెస్లో ఇరుక్కోకండి. ఒకటే అటెంప్ట్ కన్సిస్టెంట్ ఎఫర్ట్ తోటి ఇవ్వండి, క్లియర్ అయిపోతుంది ఎగ్జామ్. డోంట్ వేస్ట్ టైం. నేను అటెంప్ట్ ఈసారి ఇయ్యా, ప్రిపేర్డ్ లేను. ప్రిపేర్డ్ ఎవరు ఉండరు. మీకు తెలిసే ఉంటుంది ఎంతమంది ర్యాంక్ 1లో లేరు, దే డి నాట్ క్లియర్ ప్రిలిమ్స్ ఇన్ జనరల్ కేటగిరీ. కరెక్ట్ చెప్పాలంటే జనరల్ కేటగిరీ ప్రిలిమ్స్ క్లియర్ చేయలేదు చాలామంది, కానీ వాళ్ళు మెయిన్స్ ఆ కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ అని రాసిరు. ప్రీ రిజల్ట్ 45 days తర్వాత వస్తుంది, దట్ ఈస్ హాఫ్ ద టైమ్ ఇన్ యర్ మెయిన్స్ ప్రిపరేషన్. అప్పటివరకు అయితే ఖాళీ కూర్చోలేదు కదా ఎవరు. వాళ్ళు ఒకటే అనుకోరు, అయితే ఇస్తాము ఈ అటెంప్ట్, కానీ పూర్తిగా ఇచ్చేస్తాం ఏం చేసినా కానీ. వాట్ ఎవర్ యూర్ డూయింగ్, డూ ఇట్ ప్రాపర్లీ, కన్సిస్టెంట్లీ. కన్సిస్టెన్సీ ఈజ్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. పర్సనల్గా నేను అంత కన్సిస్టెంట్ ఉన్నాను. నాది ఎట్లుంటుంది అంటే లాస్ట్ 2 నెలలు 3 నెలలు వచ్చింది, కొట్టేసినామా, మళ్ళీ బ్యాక్ టు నార్మల్ లైఫ్, ఇది ఉంటుండే. కానీ లేటర్ ఐ రియలైజ్ దట్ డిసిప్లిన్ అండ్ కన్సిస్టెన్సీ ఈజ్ మోర్ ఇంపార్టెంట్. రీడింగ్ 6 hours a day consistently for 6 months is more beneficial than reading 14 to 16 hours a day for 2 to 3 months. So have consistency. Don't take long breaks. Do not have multiple sources. Trust in a single teacher. These are the don'ts, nothing else. Have your strategy very simple. मतलब you have to know मैं इस month में ये चीज़ करूँगा. Then last 3 months I'm doing only prelims. Even if this the beside fellow is doing answer writing, you have to not care. तूने तो वो time चले गया. Now if you thought of doing only prelims in the last 3 months, you have to do only prelims. Don't get distracted by anybody. Nobody is an expert here. Nobody knows what UPSC is doing. That is the reason why all these coaching institutes succeed. Nobody knows what UPSC is doing. But few coaching institutes are trying to get there. So you are in the right place. Being in the right place at the right time with the right people. These 3 things. You can clear the exam. Right place, right time, right people. Right time I think you're there, and right place is always there. Right people, it depends on you. You have to have your social circle, but not much. Anything else with regard to prelims and how to divide your time? Sorry? Ethics and essay paper. Yeah. First I'll talk about ethics. Ethics, you need only 10 to 15 days to prepare for ethics. 10 to 15 days. In that also, take a standard book, whatever book is there. And if you are having classes of ethics, follow that notes. Don't leave that notes. Because classes are very important. Class notes, of these, make proper notes. Make notes only 20 to 25 papers. I think you are finding a pattern in my whole preparation. I'm just minimizing all the stuff. Like before going for ethics examination, GS4, which is on the second day, I'm having GS3 in the morning. In the 2 hours, I can revise whole GS4. That is my strategy. Before prelims, I can revise whole prelims preparation material in 2 to 3 days. Have that limited material. నోట్స్ ప్రిపేర్ చేసుకుంటారా ఏం చేస్తారా మీ ఇష్టం. కరెంట్ అఫైర్స్ మీద అంత ఫోకస్ చేయకండి, ఇప్పుడు లేదు కరెంట్ అఫైర్స్కి అంత ఇంపార్టెన్స్ లేదు. అండ్ యూ కెన్ నెవర్ ట్రస్ట్ కరెంట్ అఫైర్స్. ఎందుకంటే కరెంట్ వాట్ యు ఆర్ థింకింగ్, యు ఆర్ ఇన్ టు ద ప్రాసెస్ ఫర్ 1 year. యూ మే థింక్ 1 year కరెంట్ అఫైర్స్ ఉందని. నో, ఫర్ యూపీఎస్సీ కరెంట్ ఇస్ 4 to 5 years. You can't go back and study all those 4 to 5 years current affairs. So don't focus much on current affairs. Do the last 1 year current affairs. అదే చెప్పినా కదా, ఒకటే ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ మెటీరియల్ తీసుకోండి. ఇదే ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ అయితే ఇదే ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ మెటీరియల్ తీసుకోండి. తీసుకొని అదే చదవండి. మెటీరియల్ బాగుంది, నేను కూడా చూసినాను. సో అదే చదవండి, కథం. కానీ స్టాటిక్ మెటీరియల్లో దేర్ మస్ట్ బీ నో పర్సన్ హూ కెన్ ఆన్సర్ బెటర్ దెన్ యూ. ఈ కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ మెయింటైన్ చేయండి. నాకు ఉండే యాక్చువల్గా లక్ష్మీకాంత్ నుంచి క్వశ్చన్ వస్తే ఐల్ బీ ఇన్ ద టాప్ 1% who is answering them right. ఆ కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ కావాలి ఇన్ ఎవ్రీ మెటీరియల్. స్పెక్ట్రమ్ మీద కూడా అంతే. నా నోట్స్ మీద నాకు ఎంత నమ్మకం అంటే, ఈ క్వశ్చన్ ఒకవేళ బుక్లో నుంచి వస్తే ఇది తప్పుపోదు. సో అంతే, మినిమల్ సోర్సెస్ ఎక్కువసార్లు చదవండి, ఈ కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ మీకు వస్తుంది. ఎగ్జామ్ పోయి నిమ్మలంగా ఇవ్వండి, అయిపోతుంది. సో ఇంతే. ఎనీథింగ్ ఎల్స్? ఎథిక్స్ కదా. సో ఎథిక్స్ సోర్సెస్ అయితే ఇవ్వబ్బా. ఎథిక్స్ సో ఒకటి ఏం చేయాలంటే 2 కేస్ స్టడీస్ ఉంటాయి, ఇంకోటి 10 markers ఉంటాయి. దే ఆర్ 13 10 markers అండ్ కేస్ స్టడీ 6 అని కూడా. don't actually remember. So if we కేస్ స్టడీస్లో ఏం చేయండి అంటే ఎథిక్స్ మీద కేస్ స్టడీస్ బుక్స్ ఇస్తారు ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్లో. కేస్ స్టడీస్ సాల్వ్డ్ ఉంటాయి, సాల్వ్డ్ చూడండి ఒకసారి, హౌ ఈజ్ ఈ సాల్వింగ్ అని. అది ఒక్కసారి చూసుకుంటూ పోతే మీకు అలవాటు అయిపోతుంది. యూ విల్ అండర్స్టాండ్ హౌ టు సాల్వ్ ఎథిక్స్ కేస్ స్టడీస్ బై లుకింగ్ ఎట్ ethics solved case studies from institute. So case studies is very easy. Case studies is the easiest part. ఎందుకంటే they'll give you a situation and they'll put you in a spot. They'll tell you that you are the SP of this particular place. There are communal riots happening here, and if you intervene, these things will get ugly. So what you will do? Then you'll have some basic stuff in every answer. If you are SP అన్నప్పుడు పోలీస్కి ఏముంటుంది? దెర్ ఈస్ అన్ SOP, స్టాండర్డ్ ఆపరేటింగ్ ప్రొసీజర్. పోలీస్ పోయి డైరెక్ట్ లాఠీ చార్జ్ చేయదు. there are proper things which they follow. First, police goes to an area, they'll see if they can control the situation, then they'll give an announcement, then they'll use water gun, then they'll use pellets on the knee, and then they'll do lathi charge or whatever later, what they have to do. So there is a proper standard operating procedure. Even with if you're DM of a particular district and there you know that your senior is involved in corruption, even here there is an SOP. Like, you'll first go to your internal committee and complain. You cannot directly go to the court. No organization part annappudu you'll have to go to that grievance redressal mechanism of that particular organization. So you do not have to go to directly court. So it teliyal meeku, you'll have to know this. What is the standard operating procedure? If I'm a woman in an organization, I'm working in TCS and sexual harassment happened with me, what are my options? I cannot directly go to the court. First, I'll have to sit down with my internal committee, raise a complaint. If the internal committee is not giving any decision in my favor, and if I'm not happy, then I'll go to the district committee. If the district committee is not giving a right decision, then I'll go to the court. So there are SOPs in every act. So ethics must not be emotional. Never have emotions. In interview also, in mains also, no emotions. Because bureaucrat is not expected to have emotions. You must have compassion, obviously. You must have empathy. But no extreme emotions like किसी को देख लिया, अरे अरे इसके कपड़े मतलब the clothes are not nice, I think he is having more problems, I'll call him first. I'll tell you a case study. Recently, couple of years ago, there was a case study saying that outside district magistrate office, they were selling torn clothes actually for rent, so that the DM will call you first. So these things will also happen. You cannot trust by appearance. So ethics in case studies follow these SOPs in everything through solved case studies, because you and me don't know much. So already solved case studies mein they'll study the acts, they'll study the previous year questions, and then they'll form something. To do this, with regard to 10 markers na, you'll have this basic material from these sources. You can easily solve. Not a big problem. Say it is similar to writing GS 10 marker. That will be enough. Ethics is easy. Then essay. I'll try to tell you, not taking much of a time, no? Essay, you guys wanted to know the whole concept, or should I give a broad overview? Whole concept, okay. Essay, it will be better if you write down. There are multiple parts in an essay. Totally, you have to write 12 pages. You have to write 12 pages, 1000 to 1200 words. So, I'll take an example. Anybody have an idea about this year's essay? No. Previous year. 2020 essay. Pen is mightier than sword. Yeah, And you can also take that simplicity is ultimate sophistication, मतलब best example. Simplicity उस पे कर लेंगे एक basic ऐसे. Simplicity is utmost sophistication. Now इसमें क्या करना है? And who all are from political science, sociology, and public administration? These people have a great advantage in essay. People are from mathematics optional, they face a lot of difficulty, they have to put extra efforts. And anthro also you cannot much use it directly in essay. So don't hesitate to use your optional subject. People will say ki optional subject రాయకండి వాళ్ళకి తెలిసిపోతుంది మీ ఆప్షనల్ సబ్జెక్ట్ తెలిసిపోతే ఏమవుతుంది నీకు ఉంది నాలెడ్జ్ చెప్తావు ఇప్పుడు ఎందుకంటే దిస్ టైమ్ వాట్ ఎస్ఎస్ ఐ రోట్ బోత్ ఆర్ రిలేటెడ్ టు పొలిటికల్ సైన్స్ ద ఫస్ట్ వన్ వాజ్ రిలేటెడ్ టు పేట్రియార్కీ సెకండ్ వన్ పేట్రియార్కీ ఫెమినిజం ఉంటుంది పొలిటికల్ సైన్స్లో సో ఫెమినిజం రిలేటెడ్ ఒకటి రాసినాను ఇంకోటి సొసైటీ రిలేటెడ్ ఏదో ఉండే అది రాసినాను సో యూజ్ యువర్ ఫుల్ నాలెడ్జ్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ optional subject and GS and you cannot write an proper essay now, so hold your nerves. You cannot write a proper essay now, but I'll give you an framework. First you will have a introduction. In intro write context or definition, bus context or definition, and explain context or definition and explain the essay. मतलब simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. Tell him ki this essay talks about simplicity being the ultimate sophistication. That means simplicity is more important in life. Whatever, explain it in your own words. Don't use fancy words in essay. Because the guy who is reading is 70-year-old or 60-year-old guy who is sitting in DU or JNU. So the more personal it will be, the more it will appeal. Keep it personal, keep it simple. Do not use fancy words. That is not required. And once you write the intro, the very important part is thesis. This more people will not tell you about. Thesis will decide your essay. If you're writing the thesis right, then the examiner will not even check your full paper. In thesis, what will I'll explain my thesis. This year essay was patriarchy is the biggest problem in the society. ये essay था second part में. So in this thesis, what I told is, in this essay, thesis is nothing but what you are going to write the whole for 12 pages. This is thesis. ఇప్పుడు మీరు PhD PG thesis చూస్తుంటారు కదా, in the first abstract he'll tell that మేము దీని గురించి మాట్లాడినాం, we'll talk about these things, I'm going to talk about the pros, I'm going to talk about the cons, I'm going to give a conclusion. And in thesis what you'll do is, if patriarchy is the biggest problem in the society, what my thesis was in this essay I will discuss what is patriarchy, then and I will discuss how patriarchy is a problem in the society. I'm just telling, I'm not explaining anything. In thesis I'm just telling what I will do later. Then I will discuss the historical evolution of patriarchy and what are the pros of patriarchy, what are the cons of patriarchy, and what is the antithesis. I'm also going to say patriarchy may not be the biggest problem in the society. I'll also talk about it. Antithesis is very important. And then I will conclude by showing patriarchy is the biggest problem. End of the day, you don't reject it. बोल दो कि हाँ patriarchy is the biggest problem, because patriarchy is the biggest problem. वो तो basic structure है society में. So I will conclude by showing how patriarchy is the biggest problem. So did you guys understand how am I writing thesis? I'm telling the examiner what I'm going to do the next 1.5 hours. I'm telling him first I'll talk about what is patriarchy. Then I'll talk about what is the historical evolution of patriarchy. Then I'll talk about how patriarchy is the problem in the society in different spheres. Then I'll talk about what are the pros and cons of patriarchy. Then I'll talk about antithesis. Now, how patriarchy is not a bigger problem. There are other bigger problems also, like caste system. Caste system is also a problem. Communalism is also a problem. I'll talk about other problems also. But I will conclude. I will conclude this essay that patriarchy is the biggest problem in the society and we need to address it through so and so things. This will be my thesis. इतने में 2 pages will complete. 2 pages or 1.75 page. Intro plus thesis. Intro plus thesis. Now this thesis will decide your score, because nobody will have the patience to read your whole essay. You're writing 12 papers. God knows what handwriting you're writing, what you're writing. People write minute stuff also, which they're not interested in seeing. Because they're mature people who are having their PhDs. They don't want to see all this random social media bullshit. So this is there. Then after this intro plus thesis, I will directly go to historical time scale. Historical time scale. So look, I'm still following my thesis. I'm telling what is patriarchy. Then I'll tell about historical time scale, how patriarchy has evolved. I'll talk about in ancient India, there was Vedic period. There was equality, all those things. Later, how in medieval India what happened, in modern India what happened, and how caste system has affected it. I'll talk about the evolution. So this will be the historical time scale. This will go on for 2 pages. So now we have completed 4 pages of our essay. This must not be much. Remember, historical time scale is only 2 pages, because this is not what is required in the essay. We are just filling stuff. And next, like we have discussed, how now we have seen historical time scale. No, now we will see section wise. Section wise, for example, section wise ఏందంటే mug up your syllabus. In the syllabus, what all subjects are you having? In paper 1 you are having history, geography, art and culture. In paper 2 you are having governance, polity, IR. Paper 3 environment, economy, all those things, disaster management. So section wise means touching all those aspects. For example, geography. Geography aspect, how will I touch? I'll say not everywhere there is patriarchy, there is also matriarchy in few areas. So geography wise there is a difference bolke I'll touch it. Next, for example, economy. Economy, I'll first touch employment. Employment, I will say female labor force participation rate is only 24%, whereas the male female labor force participation rate is high. So here there is patriarchy. Then I'll go to promotions. Promotions, I'll say there is a glass ceiling for women. Women are growing their positions only to a limited extent. After that, they are not growing. Then I also talk about occupational division. मतलब most of the women become doctors, nurses. मतलब feminine, so-called feminine occupations. So I'll talk about there is segregation here. Occupational segregation is happening here. And then I'll go to environment. I'll say that I'll talk about how patriarchy is affecting environmental growth or environmental damage, global warming per se. Because Sweden has the feminist foreign policy. It has all women cabinet. There they have decided that we'll become carbon neutral by so and so year. So that means women are more sensitive towards nature, because political science has these topics. So I'm using them here. So in this sectional wise you have to go geography, history, art and culture, economy, political. In political, I'll talk about in Lok Sabha, there are only 15% women. So I'll say यहाँ पे तो patriarchy है बहुत. Then I'll go to governance. Governance, I'll say in bureaucracy also there is patriarchy. Bureaucracy also there are not much joint secretaries, not much female secretaries. Ministers को देख लो, ये सब I'll talk about it. Then I'll go to IR. IR, I'll talk about feminist foreign policy. What is feminist foreign policy and how masculinist foreign policy has led to wars, alliances, and all those things. So why we need feminine foreign policy? So am I erasing this? Yeah. So sectional wise, this will be our main content, and this will go at least to 4 pages. 4 pages we have to use all the sections like political, individual you have pastime, religion, then caste, then family. How was the family? In family, what is the role of woman? Because you have seen ads, fan ka ad aa gaya, you'll see that the lady in the home is cooking something, the guy is sitting and reading the newspaper. There is feminism there, there is patriarchy there. So I'll give one example, I'll give here one example, I'll give here one example, I'll give here one example. Political, like you have discussed, I'll give examples here also. Economy, I will give examples. Environment, I will give examples. It must be, there is a paragraph rule which I follow. In every paragraph, first line must be what you want to say, second what you want to say. This is same for all the paragraphs in essay. If you are following this, I think there will be no problem in articulation of an essay. In the first line, talk about what you want to say. Second line, explain what you are saying. Third line, give an example. Fourth line must be transition to the next paragraph. I'll give an example here. Like we have talked about economy, I'll tell about in the economic sphere there is patriarchy with regard to the labor force participation. I said what I said. I'll explain it. Like women are lesser in labor force, employment is not much, occupation segregation is happening in a single line again. And here I'll give an example, like I've given a fact, female labor force participation rate, FLFPR 24%. Next must be, we are also going to see about other spheres like employment ho gaya, fir economy, environment, other spheres. So this is the paragraph rule you must follow, and all these aspects I'll also suggest you to have subtopics. For example, there is education. In education, अगर education पे question आएगा, maximum what extent will you go? Primary, secondary, tertiary, खत्म, higher education जो भी है, higher education. लेकिन there are other aspects also. There is civic education, there is medical education, there is sex education, there is sports education. If you are writing these things, you cannot think all these things in the exam. Don't think लिख लेंगे हम exam में. Don't think that. Have these subtopics divided before. If you are writing these points, no, your essay will stand out from other people. So health also form this. Health also have different subtopics. This will happen only through brainstorming. So with regard to the essay structure, this will be for 4 pages sectional. So you have completed your 8 pages now. Now, as you said what is patriarchy. You talked about the historical time scale. You told about sectional in various sections how patriarchy is there. Now let us go into solutions. 4 page है हमारे पास. In 4 page, now 1 page will go to antithesis. However, so give the antithesis. Say that patriarchy is an antithesis. Remember, don't negate the concept itself. Here, what he said, patriarchy is the biggest problem in the society. I will say patriarchy is not the biggest problem in the society. I will not say patriarchy is not a problem. There is a difference in what I'm saying. So I'll say patriarchy is not the biggest problem in the society. Then what problems others I will talk? I'll talk about communalism. I'll talk about caste system. I'll just mention them and leave. Just mention them and leave. There are a few perceptions about there are other problems in the society also, and those will need to be addressed also. खत्म. Antithesis खत्म हो जाएगा. अब तेरे पास 3 पेज है. 3 पेज में just given practical solution. Same again section wise. Political. क्या होगा political में? 108 Constitutional Amendment Bill. 108 है ना, 33% रिजर्वेशन लोकसभा. देयर इज अ बिल, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन अमेंडमेंट बिल विच हैज बीन पास इन राज्यसभा 2010 में शायद, which had a provision that 33% of the seats in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha will be reserved for women, but that did not pass in Lok Sabha. So tell them that हाँ हमको ये पास करना चाहिए 108. And then cultural, tell them घर पे हमारा thinking बदलनी चाहिए, और जेंडर सेंसिटिव एजुकेशन और पेट्रियार्कल नॉर्म्स को क्वेश्चन करने चाहिए रेगुलरली, ऑल दोस थिंग्स. देन in all other aspects, in foreign policy we'll say Sweden example, like just have told Swedish foreign policy. In economy I will talk about how we can improve women entrepreneurship and women employment. So these solutions will be for 2 pairs. Give practical solutions only. Don't give मतलब fancy मतलब हम ये कर लेंगे वो कर लेंगे. No. Give practical solutions. Then in the last page do something fancy here. But be careful. In the urge of doing fancy, people write poems which are unrelated. People write stories which are unrelated. So there is a caveat here कि you have to be careful. But what I do is I follow the safest route. I'll just reconfirm my thesis. I'll just say, like we have discussed, ये problem है. This is the biggest problem in the society. We need to address it. So hereby I conclude my essay. I'll just keep it simple. So this is the essay pattern. Any essay, whatever essay you give me now also, any topic, I can break them into these things. No essay is difficult. Because I've seen people writing about philosophy also. Philosophy essays आजकल ज़्यादा हो गए. So philosophy also same part. Section wise divide करो, historical time scale लिखो, intro, thesis, historical time scale, section wise, antithesis, conclusion. Essay is very easy. And don't stress much on things which are very far. मतलब मैं तो बोलूँगा be careful about pre. Pre is different ballgame. Pre is very unpredictable. Focus on pre. You're in the right place, so do work properly. Be regular to the classes. If you're coming to the classes, no, you'll stay connected to the preparation. Don't miss out on classes, because I generally see, even I've been to institutes, no, मतलब गाइडेंस के लिए गया था, तो आई सी पीपल 1 मंथ के लिए जाते हैं, फिर बाद में 2-3 महीने का मजा बस. डोंट डू दैट. बी कंसिस्टेंट. डोंट हैव डाउट्स ऑन एनीवन. हैव डाउट ऑन योर ओन effort, not a strategy. Always try to work more hard. That is it. Any other doubts? Nothing? Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. Thank you guys. I think I have waited a lot of time. Sorry, but take it seriously. Finish. Enjoy the process. That is me.
This video is brought to you by AKSIAS.